Yes, thank you, viewers, for joining us to this another edition of 360 Sport. I'm sure previous edition of the program have been scintillating, and a lot of people have been getting feedbacks as regards to how much you get informed, how much you get entertained on this program. I can just only say that a big thank you to you all. Yes, this is another edition, and today we are bringing what's obviously, as you know, on the program, trending sport stories for you. For those joining us, my name is Mudashiru Shitu. Yes, and you can join us live on our Facebook page, also Instagram, don't forget in Twitter and YouTube. On this edition, we'll be talking about three important topics that is trending on all the social media pages and what a lot of people are talking about. First and foremost, we will be looking at the Onitsha City Marathon. For the first time, Southeast region in Nigeria will be having a marathon, and that will be in Onitsha. Also, we'll be looking at the glory of the Tigers. They're doing so well for winning the fourth Afro Basket. They did it so well in front of the Dakar Arena against the host nation, Senegal. A wonderful, wonderful moment it was. And we have the likes of Ezene Kalu winning the MVP. Interesting moment for Otis, the coach, and the girls doing so much for us. Finally, we'll be looking at just some days ago, the 12th edition of the African Games started, and Nigeria is yet without a medal. We know that Egypt is the top of the log table, and Egypt, Tunisia, Algeria, the North Africans are the one leading on that table. But we're going to start this, but I won't be doing this alone. I have a well-respected sport personality in the house, sport journalist, someone that I've been doing sport for a very long time, and I welcome and introduce you to Mr. Wellington Amadasu. It's good to have you.
Thank you so much, Muda. Thanks for having me.
This is a maiden edition. I hope it's going to be fantastic.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Let's just talk sport.
Yeah, let's just talk sport. Yes, he's going to join me, as I've said, and we're looking at, first of all, looking at the maiden edition of the Onitsha City Marathon. We know that marathon, the Lagos City Marathon has really revived many marathons in this country, but this one is coming from the southwest, southeast, that's in Onitsha. Tell us what you feel about this marathon.
Well, marathons are very, very good for the nation. Apart from Lagos, those states also taking the initiative concerning marathon, talking about the Ukwepe marathon. Yeah. Corporate bodies are having it. Also, state governments are also injecting funds into marathon. So I'm happy that for the first time we're having this in the eastern part of the country, and those organizers, kudos to them. And we hope that the objective for setting up this marathon will be achieved at the end of the day.
What do you think perhaps might be the delay of having a marathon in of Southeast that nobody have even thought of having that initiative to actually bring this up? It's better than never.
Well, it's not that they don't have, not that it's late. The fact is that before you put in a marathon, there's a lot of work, manpower, funding, and of course organization. I remember when Ukwepe was about to start, there were a lot of cancellations before finally the governor of the state then, I think Adam Soshimode, finally said, okay, fine, we can do this. Of course, the economy might be a very good factor, and of course, I feel probably they've spoken with the governor, and they feel, I think it's time for us to do that, because I know the planning will have been on for a very long time, and I'm happy. The corporate bodies should also be able to support this dream, and I believe that like what we've seen in Lagos, I don't want to mention some brands, but we hope that corporate bodies can support this marathon so that I can have the hype and the establishment of what we have in Edo State, talking about Ukwepe.
Yes, what do you think the people of that region tends to gain from this marathon, knowing that Lagos City Marathon and other marathon, Ukwepe Marathon, I was in the last edition of the Ukwepe Marathon, and I tell you that particular community is better off. But what do you think Onitsha people with the clumsy nature of that area tends to gain?
They will gain a lot. They are known for businesses, buying and selling. It surprised me too. It's a surprise to me to see the Eastern people wants to run. Apart from health and performance, people want to, people want to exercise for longevity. and of course to remove some of the health issues from the body. So it's good for us to come out and run. It might not be a marathon, it might be a race, it might be a kilometer walk, but this time they've decided to do marathon, which is very, very good. And I believe they will gain a lot, and the economy there will be expanded. Surely we'll have a lot of people who come to sell, who also come to buy. And of course, they're trying to position that part of that community. We don't know the right community, but Onitsha itself will be in the world map as a state who has organized a marathon. Just like what we have New York Marathon, Boston Marathon, California Marathon, we're also having this one. So they're going to get a lot, apart from the economic gain, social gains, you know. You see youths will come out, idle youths will participate, they will run, at the end of the day they will be rewarded. This is a good one, and that surely will motivate more of them to participate in the future marathons.
Yes, thank you very much. Let's not forget that the Onitsha Marathon is going to start October 5th, and it has already been measured and certified by the IAAF for that. And the organizers also are promising that marathon will be. But let's also remind us that we are at the press conference of this maiden edition. That's why 360 Sport tend to give you all you need to know as regards to sport trending in Nigeria. So we take a quick one. We go straight to the National Stadium, the Swan Secretariat, where the press conference of the maiden edition of the Onitsha City Marathon took place. And we took our time. We spoke with the chief promoter, talking about Professor Odugbeso. Enjoy this. When we come back, I still have Wellington Amadasu in the house.
I think we want to have it on record as the first, this maiden edition, to be excellent one. And our target is to have our gold plate before the third edition. That's our target. And I know by this first one, you also confirm that we are set to make great records in Africa. This is the first time that, number one, the grade one measure, Nursery Wilmson, will be the one to measure the route. And we have the certification before the maiden edition. So, and again, from what we have received, we discovered that we have a course of 4 kilometers uninterrupted straight route for marathoners. Every marathoners will be glad to be part of Onitsha City Marathon.
That is the chief promoter of Onitsha City Marathon, talking about Professor Odugbeso. He spoke about the marathon that is going to be free, that every road leading to the marathon, everything has been done, and we hope that we can have an each free marathon. For those joining us, this is 360 Sports, and I still have my guest in the house talking about Wellington. We go away from marathon, we go to Senegal, Dakar Arena, where the Tigers won the fourth Afro basket against the Senegalese female basketball team. It was an interesting moment, but that final did not go without so much of heartbreaks and high expectation. It could have been anybody's game, but we are so grateful for the effort that the likes of Adal, Ezine Kalu, and also Fatima and every other player did so well to make sure that they won that. And they came back to Nigeria rejoicing. And Wellington, tell us the exploit of these girls for making us so proud.
Well, they've always been making us proud. Was told they won the last edition. And of course, they are back again as the returning champions. I think our sport minister should do more for these girls, and should also do more for sports, not only football. We should concentrate. These girls are giving us laurels, they're making us happy, and I feel they deserve more. Well, it didn't surprise me much, despite they didn't even have enough trainings. They were not given enough friendlies. We were told that Senegal went to about 4 nations because of this competition. And at the end of the day, We defeated them. We crushed Cameroon, humiliated Angola, and at the end of the day, Senegal was beaten by 60 to 55. And it was a good triumph. Wonderful, wonderful one from these guys. It's fabulous and a beautiful outing.
A very beautiful outing, no doubt. And not just that, we won, Izeni Kalu won the most valuable player of that tournament. It only shows how fantastic and how good our players are. But away from that, what do you think we need to do? Because we know our league is not so much to talking about the female women basketball league, but we keep winning at the national level
regional level,
yes. Too. Does that mean that having a league does not necessarily mean you have a good national team?
No, of course, league matters a lot.
Okay.
And for the future of the World Cup, if any World Cup, whether basketball World Cup, or football World Cup, we must go to the grassroots, the league. But there's problem with our league. And that's why the NBBFF must fund the league and promote the league. It surprised me that we didn't even find one Nigerian player that plays in the league that went to this competition, which is wrong. Just imagine the girls outside say they're not going to play for Nigeria. What happens next? So we need to look inward and begin to, it's a problem. Not only in basketball, handball, volleyball, even in football. The last Nations Cup, you saw what happened? No player from the league.
But a lot of people tend to say that basketball seems to be like a whole different ball.
No, that is why we have a league. And what is the essence of the league is for us to bring some outstanding players, some talented ones. It might not be the total 11 or 13. We can bring one or two to join these lads. It could add so much for us. You understand? That is how you build gradually. And before you know it, we're building a team and a future for basketball. You know,
but people think those ones outside are also Nigerians, so they're also entitled to the call-ups of the national team.
Definitely, they're entitled to. But let's imagine, let's just take the scenario that they say they're not coming to play for Nigeria. Just now, they're agitating that they need to be rewarded well. And they're saying, Mr. President should reward them. And then the next competition, they decide to down two and say that we're not going to play for Nigeria. What happens? They put Nigeria at risk. So we need to have a team B in case they decide tomorrow they're not going to play for Nigeria. Just imagine President Muhammadu Buhari says, no fund for you, I'm going to give you a handshake. And of course, it's an honor to play for the national team of Nigeria, irrespective of the sport. But the fact is that we need to start building for the future.
That's what Wellington said, that we need to start building for the future. Over dependency on foreign basketball, women basketball might not be to our own advantage, because the future, anything can actually happen in the future. Yes, that's about the Tigers. And let's not forget that the Tigers just left the shore of Nigeria yesterday, if I'm not mistaken.
Definitely.
And they will be expecting to do us proud at FIBA World Cup. Any expectation from the Tigers?
Well, I saw them about 2 days ago when they were leaving the National Stadium en route to the airport. They had issues, funding issues. Funding issues is a problem. And of course, definitely what we have to do is see how we're going to fund these guys. Well, we are told that they're on their way to China right now, of course, and we expect they do well. But Nigeria, we always have a problem. The problem is funding, sustaining.
A lot of people also said about the fact that there already money given to MBBF, but they still want the money from the government.
Well, I don't really know, but the fact is that for there's a budget for every sport. And of course, this money should be released so that we can accelerate our participation. You know, just imagine, this is not the competition itself. It's just a friendly, I think a 4 or 8 countries friendlies, just to get them prepared for the World Cup. And things like this is happening. These guys will not be encouraged. And you know, they're all pros. So we need to, you see, the Nigerian Sports Commission need to sit down. We should stop all this. In UK, US, it's not like that. And that's why I don't want to go there. Because US, Canada, and UK, we can't compete with them and other European nations. And so funding is not their problem. You understand me now? So let's see how we go to remove this issue of funding so that our national teams, irrespective of the sport, can progress.
You've heard that. That's why you keep watching 360 Sport. On all the social media, we are live right now telling you what you need to know. And if you're just joining us, we started with the Onitsha City Marathon that will kick off on October 1st, and also talking about the Tigers that did us well by winning the fourth title. And in guests on the program is Wellington Amadasu. Lastly on the program, because time is no longer beside us, we find out that we'll be looking at the ongoing 2019 African Games, Rabat in Morocco, Rabat 2019. Egypt is on top of the log table. Nigeria has not won a medal. We came second in the last edition. Anything to worry about? Because we know that judo, we didn't win any medal in judo. And also,
there are some sports we cannot win medals. You already know things like judo, taekwondo, swimming. We cannot win anything because we don't even have representative for that. But I'm sure that Nigeria will do best in tennis, football, athletics. We will dominate those sports. So I'm not scared about what is happening right now. Very soon, Nigeria will be in the map of the log for the All African Games.
Yeah, but do you think we can retain the second position we took last year in Congo, 4 years ago in Congo Brazzaville?
Yeah, it's possible. Okay, it's possible. It's possible. Apart from Egypt, I don't see any other nation that can compete with Nigeria. And the areas that does these judo, there are some sports Nigeria does not participate, special sports. You understand? So, but I'm very, very confident. And Nigeria will do well in table tennis. Will do, and there are so many golds in table tennis. Women, men, mixed double, and all those stuff. Then athletics. I think Nigeria, apart from Ghana and Cote d'Ivoire, I don't think any country can also can pull any stunt with Nigeria. So we expect more medals from athletics. From football, boxing. I say boxing, yeah, we get more golds. And I think if Egypt is not careful, we can also retain it.
That's a bit
if Egypt is not careful, we'll retain it. Yeah.
That's the hope of millions of Nigerians watching us right now, hoping that we can take this. We won this in 2013, Koja, when it was hosted in Abuja for the newly commissioned, now known MKO Abiola International Stadium. Also in 1973 at the first act, we also hosted this, and then we can hope that we can do much better like that. When it comes in Africa, when it comes to sport in Africa, Nigeria seems to be an household name in all sport. But there's some sport that would definitely not be expecting so much medal from us, like Wellington said. Swimming seems to be not our stronghold. Okay, let's not forget that football, we're doing so well. We are already in the quarter-final stage of the football tournament. Also, for the football female too. Not forgetting table tennis, where we have the likes of Aruna Kodri, who is in his 8th African Games tournament. He started with Funke Shinaike in the Cairo 91. Both of them are all gone in for the 7th. Funke Shinaike is going in for a 7th Olympic appearance, while Segun Toriola is going in for his 8th Olympic appearance, and that will be an African record for him. Aruna Kodri doing so well. Also, when we look at boxing, we spoke with the Brigadier General, retired Brigadier General Ayeni, before they left the shore of the country, that are going to give us many medals in this category. But unfortunately, Wellington, boxing went with 9 debutants for the first time. Only one person has been to the African Games, and that's the captain of the side, Lukman Aziz. Tell us, Afis rather, tell us, do you think going with debutants,
inexperienced,
to the Nations Cup, what do you think?
There's no problem. There's always a first time, and I believe Nigeria is very good in pugilism, talking about boxing. I don't have any fears concerning boxing. I think Nigeria will get gold there. We'll get silver. Surely we'll get bronze. It's very, very sure. So, experience, we've added along the likes of Okorodudu, Zorite, and the rest. We have so many of them who have done Nigerian proud. And I think these ones that are going there for the first time will not let us down.
We all hope so. But the conversation will continue on all our social media using hashtag 360sport All African Games on Twitter. You can also do that on Facebook, not forgetting Instagram and YouTube, where your conversation will continue. I want to say a big thank you to you for being part of the show. Wellington Amadasu, any final word before the show wraps up for
No,
today.
no, Father, sure. Thank you for having me. It's always good to talk sport, and we hope that the gold medals will see rolling, come rolling down from Morocco Rabat.
Yeah, we'll come back. And I'm sure that it's been a wonderful time on the program today. Thank you very much for those now working behind the scene to make this possible. My name still remains Mudashiru Shitu, and same time next week we'll be giving you what you need to know in the world of sport. As I do say at every end of the program, enjoy the rest of your day.